Hello everyone, welcome to day 7 of our summer drawing class. Today we are going to create a complete still life drawing using simple objects like cup, an apple, a book and a cloth. We'll combine everything we learned so far and focus on realistic shading. Firstly, I have started a basic sketching book as the base. So draw a simple rectangle and next an overall a circle and a rectangle so that we can see the placement of all the objects, that is cup, book and as well as the apple. So now draw a simple rectangle and give it a thickness so that cup is seen, and next now place the apple beside the cup, that is on the book, using a circular shape, and add a dent, and you can add the all the leaves and stems. Next, after the completion of the cup, you can start with the sketching of the book. So make it little dark for the outline, and finally you can sketch the cloth with the soft flowing lines as well. So the lines shouldn't be straight, so soft flowing lines. You can mark the areas, and finally you can erase all the extra lines. So now our basic drawing is done. Before shading, we have to decide the light source. So in this drawing, the light is coming from one side, that is from the left side. So one side of the objects will be lighter and the other will be opposite, as you all know already. So basic shading of apple will start. Now start with light shading. Use very soft pressure and shade the apple lightly. Now with smudging, you can use a stencil, a tissue or any other blending tool. Smudge very gently the pencil strokes. So this helps in creating the smooth and realistic shading. So first, for the basic shading, I have used the 2B pencil, and for the darkness I have used the 4B pencil. So you can check the link of the pencils and as well as the stencils, this is a combo set, in the comment section. Do not press so hard at this stage, so just keep everything very light and soft. Slowly build the tones from light to dark. So you can use the after 4B pencil. So for more darkness in the darker side, you can use the 8B pencil and 10B pencil as well. Slowly try to build up the tones from light to dark. Do not press so hard. So there is no need to press so much hard and use so much of energy. So smudge properly with the stencils. You can use an eraser for a little bit of apple textures and for the highlights as well. So you can mark these highlights in the beginning as I have shown in the previous videos, or you can directly start shading. Now darken the areas which are required. So that is the edges of the apple and the bottom of the apple, because it is sitting on the cloth placed on the book. So you have to check the edges because those sides will be very dark, because there will be no light passing or entering near the edges. With the pencil only, you can use some small fine strokes, so which will be adding as the texture to the apple. That is, some patch look will be coming for the apple. So lightly smudge with your fingers or stencils you can use. So see to it that your pencil is sharp and you do it very slowly. So coming to the leaf, first draw basic outline, make it dark, and you can use light pencils, so smudge very little. This will be adding as a highlight towards the leaves. Just add a subtle textured lines following the apple's shape. So do not overdo it. Keep it very soft and natural, and it will be darker near the bottom of the surface. The apple is done. Now let's move on to shading a cup. So begin light shading on the entire cup. Since it is curved, shading should be in the curved direction. So keep one side lighter. So as decided, left will be the lighter. So right side, start slowly adding little curved strokes. So smudge using stencil or any other blending tool. Try to smudge very smoothly. Gradually build up the darker tone. The pencils are used the same for both apple and as well as the cup. So it will be in the order for medium shading. So it will be always 4B. For lighter shading, you can use a 2B or 3B pencil. That is a normal HB pencil is a 2B pencil. So for darker medium, so we'll be using 8B or the 10B pencils. So smudge lightly with your fingers and now shade the inner rim of the cup. So darken inside the cup slightly to show the depth and slightly smudge, blend smoothly, and right side will be the lighter side. You can use an eraser to make look as highlights. Lightly smudge. With this stencil only you can lightly add the outline as well, so it looks light near the lighter areas and dark near the darker areas. Coming to the handle of the cup, so darken the handle area, that is where it is attached to the cup, so that area doesn't receive any light. So where does and smudge slightly with the stencil, make it very smooth. Leave some areas as white, those are the highlighted areas on the handle. Will cast a shadow for the apple. So the apple shadow is being reflected onto the cup, so that shadow we should show. So I have used the 4B pencil, so near the apple, so it will be the darker. As moving away, so the shadow will be faded. Finally, cup and apple shading is done.